Alright guys, so I just got done with the headlights. Now I'm going to put this 8000K 9006 H.I.D kit in this car. On my headlights, however, if you notice, it comes like this with a big plug in here. So if you come across something like that, don't worry too much. Pop out your light. This is for the low beam, so your light bulb is in there, set in like that. So you just pop that out, and you have your connector right here. Okay, so and then what you do is, luckily for me, my battery is on this side, so the kit that I got is very simple and straightforward. So all my connections should go right on without me having to do any kind of modification to the wiring. Alright, so start off by setting your light bulb in there. Actually, I should just take this off and pop the light out and find a spot where it goes. There it is. Okay. So you can come back and plug this in. Alright. So like I said, on this kit it came with a relay setup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to plug this up. It's very straightforward. You got your ground, it's all black, and you're positive. So you want to have it close by, that way where all your cables can reach your lights and your battery. So I'm gonna mount it like right in here somewhere, and then I'll just zip tie it if I can't bolt it in place. But so my ground, probably gonna pick something up in the chassis over here. I'm not gonna run it to the battery. And my power cable, I'm actually gonna notch this right here. Just like that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna undo that nut, and I'm gonna seat this in with those other two cables and run my power out of there. So right now what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna remove this brace right here, just to make it a little bit easier for when I'm setting the ballast. And once again, like on most of my videos, I'm trying to race against the dark, so hopefully I can catch this before the night hits us. Alright. You might not have to remove anything like this on your cars. This car just happens to have this. Alright. So, as a matter of fact, I might just ground it right up against here somewhere. Yeah, I'll just ground it right here. So what I am gonna do is just clean this up a little bit, get a nice solid ground. And if you have sandpaper or something that goes in there that you better ground, is fine, but that's good enough for me. Alright, so I got my self thread or self tapper. There you go, nice solid ground. Okay, another relay is set in here. Okay, so you have this here. This is actually in a way like your on-off. It's like a remote wire for your amps or your system, you could say. Actually, no. This one is for the lights. This is the one that's for like your remote. So what you want to do with this one is this one you want to plug your existing cable just like that. Also, one thing to always notice, make sure you're running the positive and the negative on the same line. Really quick. So you got that. Okay, so then what's missing between here is just simply the ballast. So take your ballast, you plug this in, your positive, negative. Now these you can't screw up because they're male, female, and they're on different plugs. So you can't screw those up. Set this up. And we are actually technically done on this side. We just got to figure out the mounting. So I'll leave this alone. On this kit, comes with a longer side for the opposite end. So my light was already popped off from when I cleaned it. So I guess I'll get to show you guys exactly what I was talking about, that line. Alright, there you go. Pull your light out. Pull your connections off. Alright. Pop out your light, your H.I.D light. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit fast for you guys. I've done this a bunch of times. Alright, there you go. So let's see. Now on this one you don't plug this in because you already have the one on the opposite end. That's what's sending the signal to the relay saying to turn both of the ballasts on. So these connections that I came with, these are for optional light bulbs like the H1, H3s, and on the kit it actually tells you what needs what. This is a straightforward plug and play in a way, but with the relay. So you know your connection. First, let me run these through probably through one of these loops right between the mounts. Keep them out of the heat. Alright. And then through there also. Okay, so in this one, let's see, we're gonna have to figure out a different area to run it through, but technically run it through the top just because the hood doesn't smash down onto here. It has to leave a big gap between the surface of this and this, so it's okay if we run it up through here. So you got your ballast and your light beams. And we plug this back in. Okay. Now I will fire this up before I finish it off, just to get you guys to see how quick that actually that install is. Alright, let me clean some of this mess up. Alright, so now I'm going to plug this up. You got to be careful when you're doing something like this. Watch where you're touching. You do not want to touch any kind of ground. Okay, that one's giving me a bit of a hard time, so let me try to break it loose. There we go. Alright. That is positive. So we have our ground, we have our positive, we have our left light plugged in, we have our right light plugged in. All I gotta do now is should be able to turn this on, and should kick on both lights. Let's see. If not, like it says on the booklet, you might have to do a flip on your car. That's like a polarity flip on the there's different cars. Like for instance, on this manual, I'll show you. This gives you a list of the cars that you do have to do the flip on. See, and it tells you right there, reverse polarity. So if your car lands in there, you have to kind of be aware that you might have to do that. It's a very simple fix, but you can always try it like this first. This is the original way to do it. Alright. See that? In video they actually seem to be like a greenish tint, but they're actually blue on to the eye. That's kind of weird. So yeah, they're running, they're working. That's it. I mean, this video is only 12 minutes long so far, and honestly, you're technically done. You could just go ahead and zip tie those anywhere, wrap them up, but I'm gonna continue with the finish, and just as long as I know that now they're all working, I can go on and finish it up. Now this is a project car that I purchased for work, but also to fix. I got it so cheap that that I got it as a project car, kind of use it as a YouTube kind of like, I don't know, project. And I'm gonna do some upgrades to it, you know, kind of maybe put a sound system in it. I got some rims on Craigslist that I'm gonna do a YouTube video on how to clean them up on the cheap, and I'm fixing it up to eventually sell it. Both off. So let's see. So this, for instance, just make sure you kind of pull it all the way in. It's out of the way. What we should probably do is make a hole in here. Let me do that real quick. Alright, so just went ahead and cut a little small line through here, and that's so I can pop these two through there, so I can keep the light bulb somewhat weatherproof. Okay, so if it doesn't fit, go ahead and pull this out just a little bit and pop that through also. There we go. And there it is. Okay, so now you can reconnect this back up. And there it is. Now to figure out where we want this ballast, let me see if I have enough area behind this light somewhere. Okay, so it seems like I might have, if you guys notice that groove right there, I might have enough right in there. So let me give it a try, see if it'll reach. Yeah, it looks like it'll go. Let me just undo this cable, run this through here, and then we'll put it just like that. It already comes with a hardware kit, so the hardware kit, you just bolt that up just like this. And just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to self-tap that in place right in there. Well, you know what, I'm not sure that that'll fit in that direction, so let me try it sideways, because I know it'll go sideways. Yeah, right there. Let's try that. You grab a self-tapper. Get out of my way. You know what? I think this will actually go just lengthwise. Yes, it will. Alright, so that'll actually work even better. We pop the self-trapper through the little hole. Set this puppy in there just like that. There it is, nice and tight. Let's just see if all of this will clear. There we go, perfect. So let me pop the clips in place. These are the way that this holds down this light. Supposed to take this plastic off, but I don't have the patience to do a lot of things. Okay, so it looks like I might have to take the plastic off. Let's take the plastic. Alright, so just pop that out. There it was. Told you, no patience. It only took like 2 seconds. There you go. Pop this back in. You're supposed to use a screwdriver, but these are very easy clips to pop out. Let's do the same thing on this one. I don't want to hassle with it. So this one I actually still have to put the ballast in place. So let's do that. Same spot, looks like. Hey, that's not for you. Don't be sniffing around. Go away. Thank you. Alright, the thing about this one though, no, it'll reach. Just curious if it was gonna reach or not. We're almost done. Self tapper straight through there. Move all this stuff out of the way. Right there. Nice and tight. Let's do the same thing to this one. Grab my knife. It's on the floor. Alright, one small cut. If you're really concerned about this, you can weatherproof it by just, dabbing some silicone in there, but then you just got to realize that if you ever got to replace your light bulb, you're going to have to deal with having to take all that off. Alright, so remember it does not close with this inside there, so let's try to stuff it through also. There you go. Seal that up. There you go. And we're done with this. Fits right in. One clip. Now every headlight does not come off like this. This is only on this model car. Yours might just be something as easily as a clip or a steel rod, what a lot of them have. Some have screws, but ultimately the same kind of installation on this setup. Alright, so now I'm just going to zip tie this cable up. Not flop it around. There are some brackets down on the bottom side. There's one. Just to keep it from shaking around and catching some heat, maybe burning up. Manifold is right there, so I mean it's going to get hot. As far as the relay and all of this, I am just going to zip tie all of this together. put my support back, and I will use it to clamp down my cables up against it. Do have sockets, but I don't want to look for them. Y'all know that pressing wrench does just about everything. Now actually it's worth watching this car now that it has clean headlights. Might look a little bit newer. Alright, so now that this is done, this pops right up against there. I'm just going to go ahead and zip tie this just like that. So it keeps it from moving. One more. Right. Let me put one more right here just to make sure that this cable doesn't move around. And we are done. Let me turn it back on just to make sure that everything is running. And there it is, guys. 9006 H.I.D kit installed in under half hour with relays. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to comment, and I will try my best to get back to you guys. I will finish this video by showing you guys tomorrow morning on my way to work the difference between the beginning of the video and the end of the video. So hope you guys like it. There it is. This is another Street Riders 209 custom install. Thanks for watching.